Welcome to Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined today by Samuel Kang. He is the mayor of the city of Duarte in the San Gabriel Valley, where we are today. Tell us a bit about Duarte.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for inviting me, first of all.
Of course.
So let me tell you a little bit more about Duarte. Duarte is actually strategically located at the 605 and the 210 freeway.
That's right. You're right.
It is such a great access point for even downtown LA. That's about half an hour. Yeah.
Can I tell you though?
Depends on the traffic.
I took the Gold Line today.
Ah!
And I saw a stop that said Duarte on the Gold Line. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
And so that was extremely convenient.
Yes, absolutely. So we have the Gold Line, we have the 605 and the 210. 20 minutes, depends on which day and which hours. Okay, you can go to downtown LA. Maybe half an hour. Well, if it is like during the morning time, regular traffic.
The Gold Line, I mean, what a gem for you.
Yes, it is.
So easy
to
get to downtown from the Gold Line. You just take the gold to the purple, I guess it is, and then
to the red.
To the red, and then you're downtown. You're
yeah,
there.
That's right.
You're there.
Yeah. And
Seamless.
we're so glad that it opened actually this year during March.
Right.
And we had a really big grand opening, and everyone came over to our city, and we're for appreciative that Metro is able to go and help us out with this.
The crown jewel of Duarte is hard to deny, City of Hope.
Yes, that's correct.
It is an historic institution that's been around for, I think 100 years.
Correct.
And it's actually, I learned recently, has roots in the Jewish community, but now serves, obviously, anyone and everyone.
That's absolutely correct.
And give us a sense of the power of City of Hope.
City of Hope is... First of all, I want to go ahead and say economically, they are the biggest driver and employer of San Gabriel Valley, right? They have about 6,000 to 7,000 people working at City of Hope daily. They have over 700 PhDs and MDs working over there, not just as a cancer hospital. They invent a lot of drugs over there, not just cancer, but also diabetes and all these other drugs they're trying to do, HIV, so on.
No, I recently interviewed a doctor from City of Hope,
Who?
and Stephen Foreman.
And
his focus is on donations for bone marrow donations.
Yes, correct.
And just remarkable.
Yes.
Stunning. So tell me about why having City of Hope in your midst has been so valuable for your town.
Our city is called City of Health.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Oh, nice.
So we are a city that's that's here to go ahead and support City of Hope. In addition to that, because we're called the City of Health, we want to go ahead and utilize and work in conjunctions of City of Hope to make our city into a biotechnology corridor.
And let's talk about that because, look, here we are in the Pacific Rim, and we know there's a lot of development going on both sides of the Pacific.
That's right.
We know that friends on the other side of the Pacific may be looking for healthcare.
Yes.
And so tell me how you kind of have married those together.
That's a great question. So 3 years ago when I was elected, I went to City of Hope. I said, City of Hope, how can I help you to go ahead and make this better? They said, well, number one, we need a hotel. Number two, I need to go ahead and do international medicine. I said, sir, you got it. I'm going to go ahead and make that happen for you.
So let's talk about the hotel first, I guess.
Okay. So it took about, 2 years. The council and we worked tirelessly to go ahead and get and attract good developments, good hotels with name brands. I don't want someone who has never ever done hotel before to go ahead and come over here.
So do we know who's going to be opening yet? Can you announce?
It's very close, but this developer and this hotel group has about 130 hotels all around the world, predominantly around Asia.
Okay, which makes sense given where we are and given your efforts to attract individuals from Asia that may need specialized care that City of Hope can offer.
Yes, sir. So we're about to go ahead and put a 4-star hotel over there working in conjunctions. Actually, we made this hotel with City of Hope's requirements.
Oh, I
so
see.
when the patients come in, City of Hope can go and work and access with them with ease. That's what we want to go ahead and do.
And that hotel can not only be for relatives, but it could be to convalesce as well.
Everyone, anyone you can think of.
Do we have any sense when this is going to open? Do we know yet?
Well, if we are able to go ahead and finish everything by early Q1 next year, then I would imagine we can go ahead and start breaking ground on Q1. It takes about 2 to 3 years to go ahead and build this hotel.
So let's now dovetail into this biotech side.
Yes.
And I know you specifically work in e-commerce focused on Asia. So tell me how we can bring this all together. Biotech, e-commerce, I don't know if those can be married, but let's give it a shot.
They can.
Let's give it a shot.
Sort of.
Yeah,
okay.
kind of, sort of.
So the biotechnology, we all understand that for the longest time, we have been a powerhouse in producing things, right? And somehow, stuff went to Asia, went to different parts of Asia. So what do we have in America that is so valuable? It's the intellectual properties. We want to go ahead and do biotechnology corridor to innovate more medicine for people. That's what we want to go ahead and do, to cure a whole bunch of whatever diseases, especially for cancer. That's what we want to go ahead and do.
And given City of Hope being
City
a
of
cancer
Hope
institute, right?
Exactly. They have 700 PhDs and MDs, a lot of them, and we're working with other businesses, even in Asia. They want to go ahead and work with City of Hope. So when you go ahead and put a biotechnology corridor right there,
I see.
you're going to have that synergy.
And so how does the city support that? Through land use policies, through taxing policies, through...
Well, there is no redevelopment anymore.
That I know.
And a lot of these properties are actually privatized. They're privately used.
Okay.
They're held by private
entities.
Entities, right? Parties. So with that said, we're working with these individuals and then getting the biotechnologies and businesses from all around the world wanting to go ahead and come here and working with the city and City of Hope. So you've got a whole bunch of parties together to go ahead and talk at key stakeholder discussions, what we can go ahead and do and how we can go ahead and put
Are
this
you
thing
actually
forward.
envisioning, when you say a corridor, I mean literally a location
You got it.
next to City of Hope?
Yes,
I mean,
right next to
is
City of
land in mind? Do you know what land you're thinking? Or you know where?
Well, I don't really want to go ahead and disclose.
It's all good.
It's very close by.
But
the
you
Gold
have
Line
something in
station.
mind. I mean, that's the bottom line. You have something in mind.
That's correct. Yeah. We want that synergy. We want to build that synergy.
You mentioned the lack of redevelopment.
Yes.
And I do want to get into that because redevelopment, while there may have been problems with it, there is no doubt that there were some cities that used redevelopment very effectively.
Yes.
And it was a way to lure business into blighted areas, and that could create the catalytic consequence that revitalizes the entire region.
Correct.
Also in terms of affordable housing.
Correct.
Could use tax increment to create more affordable housing opportunities. What are you doing now that redevelopment has been eliminated?
We have to go ahead and get more investors. Of course, people with money, people want to go ahead and build, people want to go ahead, and number one thing, the key thing is helping this city or any kind of cities to make it better. It's got to be a win-win situation. Whenever I look at a developer, when they come in, they say, hey, I got money, but if it's more advantageous for them, I'm not going to go ahead and do it. I want to make sure that it is going to be a win-win-win situation, meaning, one, the constituents got to go ahead and win, two, the city's got to go ahead and win, and of course, three, the development needs to go and be
But is it time
good.
for cities to start lobbying Sacramento to bring back some
I think it's
form
slowly,
of redevelopment?
Yes, it's slowly coming back. We are getting some kind of money back, but it's just, it's Sacramento. It just takes time.
But what about a more active program? I mean, a program that, like we saw pre-2011.
Oh, gosh, this is beyond my pay grade, but we can also always able to go ahead and lobby, right, with the League of the Cities and so on.
His name is Samuel Kang. He is the mayor of the city of Duarte. My name is Brad Pomerance. We are coming to you from the San Gabriel Valley. You're watching Charter Local Edition.